And joined us via Zoom is Mr. Ryan Rivera, who is a Corozal field representative, as well as Mr. Kleon Coleman, Belize field representative, and we'll be discussing an upcoming virtual discussion and other activities planned throughout the week. So good morning to both of you gentlemen. How are you both doing this morning?
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. We're doing well. We're deciding Corozal, bright sunny day, so we're good.
You know, you look like you need like,
I just must say, Corozal, my peripheral, why they say you look like the shark, they're right behind you. I think that, is it Shark Week or is it Reef Week?
It's Reef Week.
Okay, that's a check, because the picture made it say something else. But thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. It's Reef Week.
Morning.
And such an amazing conversation to hone in on right after we're talking about the climate change crisis that we're having right now. And so Reef Week is celebrated March 6th to March 12th. And so can you tell us a little bit about why is it that we even celebrate Reef Week? Why do we need to even have importance on reefs? Because I know Dr. Young was talking a little bit about it, but you guys, hone in on, you're more of the experts in Corozal and Belize. So tell us a little bit about why is it so important to celebrate the reef?
Morning again, guys. It's very important to celebrate the reef. Why? Because our country benefits a lot from the reef, whether it's tourism, fishing. We boast about having the second largest barrier reef in the world. It's a barrier, so it helps to protect our country as well from natural disasters such as hurricanes and tsunamis. It helps break down the intensity of these waves that we get, so that we don't have 10 foot of water coming on land, different thing like that. So it's very important for the reef, and it's very important for us to celebrate our reef.
Okay, fine. And in terms of protecting our reef, what are we doing here in Belize? Let's educate our audience a bit. Someone, Mr. Rivera, you want to take that one? Since you're on the water.
He's with the sharks, okay?
Could you repeat the question? I didn't.
Could you educate our audience in what we are doing to help protect our reefs, or reef?
Well, I can speak about the legislation that were approved. For example, the removal of the destructive fishing gear has an effect on keeping our reef healthy, keeping our fish population healthy, which then keeps our livelihoods, or the fishermen that depend on these resources engage in their livelihood, right? Then we also have the moratorium offshore oil, which gives an added layer of protection to our reef so that there's no direct immediate threat of any oil spill based on oil exploration and extraction, right? So Belize as a country has made some legislation that provide protection to our reef resources.
And speaking on the legislation, there was the one that was not recently implemented, or is being recently implemented, is the use of the single-use plastics. Could you tell us how plastics affect our reefs? Our reefs, yes.
Reef.
We have
reefs.
We have tree. We have tree. We have tree.
Sure. Okay, it's okay, Brandon. It's okay.
Okay. So yeah, I was gonna leave that for a little bit later, but yeah, we're very happy about the oncoming or the completion of the single-use plastics phase-out, which is scheduled for March 31st, I believe.
Yes, 31st.
This in a month. Yep. Which would be the final phase, which is possession. So after March 31st, we shouldn't see anyone, business, restaurant, individual, having these items, right, which include the straws, plates, forks, spoons, soup bowls, plastic trays, the t-shirt bags, particularly t-shirt bags that are made of plastic or styrofoam, right? And the way they pose a threat could be that they can create problems for the wildlife. For example, they can confuse the plastic articles as food source, and no animal in the world can digest plastic. So they're not it literally gets stuck inside of them and creates a blockage, and eventually we start losing our marine wildlife, right? Also, they can break into microplastics, which then can enter the food chain and then end up in our stomachs with the fish that we eat. And they also can, accumulate to a point that it becomes debris that can harm directly the reef. So plastic is a direct threat to our marine resources, and globally, it's estimated about 33 billion pounds of plastic enter our oceans yearly, right? And even though we have many oceans, it's literally one big body of water, and the plastic doesn't remain in one specific area; it goes spreading. So minimizing plastics at the source is a step forward to protecting our reef resources as well.
Most definitely. I mean, nobody asks for plastic fish when you go to a restaurant. So we don't necessarily want that in our food. I'm just saying. So great that we're in this phase out stage. So I know and understand that March 10th today, we're actually having a virtual session. And I see it's more about, the dangers of plastic and protecting our reef. So could you tell us a little bit about what this virtual session is about? And also, is it open to the public? How can we be a part of this?
So the virtual session today is around protecting our reef. You will get highlights on the importance of the reef, the importance of shark, illegal fishing, and other fish-related matters. There's a panelist that will be doing this discussion. We have panelists from the Mar Alliance, the Belize Federation of Fishers, the U.S. Embassy, Healthy Reef for Healthy People initiatives. So it's a discussion surrounding the protection of our reef.
Awesome.
Okay. And where can one find, or where can a person find this link, or how is?
It's going to be open to the public, and you can access it by visiting the Reef Week Belize Facebook page.
Okay.
It's going to be live streamed from that specific page. And like I said, it's open to the public. So you can go on Facebook and find the Belize Reef Week Facebook page, and there you can find the details on how to on what time, which will be 7 p.m. today, right?
Oh, it's 7 p.m.
Okay. We urge all you guys to to tune in and learn more about our reef. I mean, the reef is very important to our country.
Most definitely. And I'm hoping that our younger viewers can be able to learn something that they didn't know at all before.
Yeah.
But on that note, as we're closing down on this segment, I'd open the floor for both of you gentlemen to tell us a little bit about why do you think that people need to be being conscious of their actions when it comes to protecting the reef, or how can we as the public do our part in conserving, protecting our barrier reef?
Like I mentioned in the beginning, we boast as a country about having the second largest barrier reef. It's called a barrier for a reason. Like I said, it protects our country. If we do not protect our reef, then we're prone to things like natural disasters such as hurricanes, tsunamis, all of these things. The reef also is a habitat for many different fish species. And without the reef, then these species won't have any place to live. They won't be able to survive. A lot of tourists come to our country to explore the reef, have a nice day in the water. We all go to Key. We all go to snorkel about our reef. Without the reef, then what will they come here to see? I mean, I know we have the terrestrial, the zip line and a different thing, but without the reef, then what?
That's true. There's a big
such an important
it's a huge attraction.
Very important.
And more than just an attraction, it's something that helps our livelihoods, the way that we live on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you mentioned rightfully that when we have hurricanes, it lessens the severity of how we are hit by the hurricane, because the reef, as you know, it's a barrier, the first line of defense that we get before the hurricane would enter in on our land. So it's super important that we take care of it. Not go take things from the reef. If you go snorkel, if you haven't seen the reef before, this is your perfect time. If you go learn about your reef, go explore your reef, go see the fishes, just like how Mr. Rivera having in his background, you'll be enjoying that too as well. But thank you so much, gentlemen, for making the time to share with us. For anyone that wants to not only be a part of Reef Week's activity for today, the virtual conference at 7 p.m., However, you can go and check out the Reef Week too as well on their Facebook page and see the line of different activities and interact, find out what you can do if you want to volunteer and so forth. This is the time and opportunity to be a part of something that helps our country.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here and sharing your time. Happy Reef Week to you.
Yes, definitely.
Happy Kidney Day. Happy all these things that we're having, because I feel like Marches, they're full up with all kind of things.
I
feel like all the heads of the world came together and said, you know what, we'll make March just be jam-packed and then all the other months be skimpy.
I know I say it again, but it's great.
Anyways, thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here.